I was at Arsenal for a period of time, got released. That made me stronger. And then obviously signing for Spurs at 11. The loan spells, the good, the bad. There's no regrets along the way, you know, everything was a learning curve, and I think that's put me in a really good moment for now.
Many iconic England strikers have burst onto the scene as teenagers. For Harry Kane, though, his rise to prominence took a very different route. A relative unknown in his early years, his loan spells gathered little attention. However, those closest to him knew there was a star in the making.
So Harry was 2 years younger than me in the academy, and I always knew about him because he always scored goals. At that time, he wasn't fully developed. He was a bit chubby, but you could tell he was a good player.
When he was coming through, I used to call him a mix between Teddy Sheringham and Alan Shearer. You're talking about two legends of the Premier League. I mean, if Harry Kane is a mix of them two, then he's got to be some sort of player.
Even when he trained with the first team, you could always see that, you know, he was a good finisher. Obviously, come through the academy, I'll speak to him about games, you know, the academy games, and I'll just, you know, have you scored today? Yeah, I've scored 3, I've scored 2, every game.
Millwall wanted us, and we both went. Obviously, Harry had a really, really good spell there. It was probably one of his better loans. I think firsthand you see him go there as a boy, so to speak, and he was gradually turning into a man. I
remember having a conversation with Brad Friedel. I remember saying to Brad, I said, Brad, I can see Harry coming through and just you know, scoring loads of goals for Tottenham, England. At the time, I think we brought Soldado in, but Harry was scoring that consistently in training.
Soldado was a great lad, you know, he'd come and he was a big price tag. Scored a lot of goals, record number of goals in Spain. But he was finding it very difficult, and Harry was out playing him every day on the training pitch, so I gave him the news on the Friday afternoon that he would be starting on the Saturday, and he looked to me as if to say it was about time.
And it's steered in, Harry Kane.
And Harry Kane has 3 goals in 3.
However, Tim Sherwood's departure from Tottenham meant Kane would have to prove himself all over again.
And Mauricio Pochettino is the latest in the hot seat here.
The Argentine struggled early on with 1 win from 7 league matches, but trailing to Aston Villa, Pochettino finally gave Kane his big chance.
It is Harry Kane, it's deflected and in! And Harry Kane may well have won the game for Spurs.
And all credit to him, because he picked that ball up. Lamella wanted that free kick. Harry Kane went, no, I'm having this.
I always remember something when he was a kid, and he'd just come into like his first camp, so there'd been a few lads who'd been there before, and straight away he's asking to take penalties. But that's him. That's how good he is, because he knows he can score.
Maybe a message there too, that it's time to go with form rather than reputation. Kane, lovely turn. Harry Kane, that's gorgeous! How good is he? A new star in the Premier League.
I remember probably against Arsenal at White Hart Lane when he scored 2 on that day, and he scored the winner later on.
Kane!
I think everyone felt like Harry had really arrived at that point.
Poch got him fit, sharp, strong, and I think once he had that, all the rest of the stuff took care of itself.
Kane scored 21 league goals in the 2014-15 season, and days after his first ever Premier League hat-trick, Kane made his England debut. It didn't take long for the 21-year-old to make his mark, scoring just 79 seconds after coming off the bench against Lithuania.
I think I was on loan at Middlesbrough, and he'd had his breakthrough season at Tottenham. And I think that was when I started watching clips of him, and obviously I still do now.
For me, the biggest thing for him is his attitude to scoring goals. He doesn't miss. He doesn't miss the target. I've never known a player with his focus, his enthusiasm.
If he's not wielding the axe himself, Harry Kane, he is handing it to others to do the damage.
You know, we've always talked about how Harry Kane's had this tremendous understanding with Heung-min Son, and you know, I think it's pretty evident.
He holds the ball so strong. He can shoot from far distance as well. You know, I make the space for him. You know, I run, and he runs as well. But I think that's why we score a lot of goals.
Son Heung-min is helped by England's creative captain once more.
He's one of the best strikers in the world, and he works so hard. And if he gets a chance, you know, I can trust him.
One of the things that makes Kane so beloved by his coaches, he accepts responsibility on the pitch more so than other players. He doesn't need to look good. He just really wants to help the team.
Kane was made England captain for Russia 2018. The Three Lions reached the semi-finals, with Kane scoring 6 goals and collecting the Golden Boot. England then came even closer to glory at Euro 2020. The skipper's extra-time semi-final winner against Denmark saw England reach their first major final since 1966.
For Kane to be on the brink of beating Rooney's record, especially when he's still under 30, is extraordinary.
I knew from day one that, you know, this boy's special. Always hits the target, can finish both feet, and more than anything, just that hunger to score goals.
Nothing surprises me, because the boy, even now, you know, he's captain of England, and you think that there'll be a ceiling there, but what he can continue to do is have that level of consistency, which he continues to have, and he will always strive to be better.
The only question, really, is how high is the mark that he's going to set when he steps away from the England team?
I think for Harry now to really cement his place as one of the best, he probably needs to get us over the line or England over the line in those really, really big games. And the World Cup's a massive opportunity to do that.